Good evening. We're back with more DC Dual Force. This evening, I'm going to play some Aquaman Black Adam. I want to try out the new card Frankenstein in the deck. So I made a couple of changes from the last time I played this deck. I removed the culling, and I removed. I added in Traumatize, and then I removed. I'm not sure what, but then I added in Frankenstein. So we're running, I think, every possible bronze 5 attack card, and then most of the silver ones as well. Might be a little heavy on gold cards. This deck did get an upgrade. I was playing Brainiac in it before, and he got buffed in the last patch. Let's try this out. We are beginning the evening at rank 4 in Diamond. Haven't played much lately. So we're starting out against the coin flip deck, so it's not going to be much fun or much different than putting a quarter in a slot machine, but what can you do? It's a deck that a lot of people like at the moment. Traumatize is an option. Superman Robot is more efficient. Let's go with that. Don't know why Liberty Bell was ever buffed. They could easily revert that buff back to 1 HP. Went face, no shock there. In this case, we're gonna give the shield to Aquaman. Since he seems inclined to use direct damage on the face, we'll throw up a roadblock.
Ready to race?
Didn't have anything to play. Maybe he just had more direct damage that he was wanting to play, but he couldn't. Didn't have any silver or bronze resource cards to play. He can't be trying for a culling play. I don't know. Okay, so that's a situational card. He doesn't have anything else. Very surprising. In this spot, I actually don't really have anything that makes sense to play either. Wondering if I play the Superman. I think I should do this. He might be able to KO Aquaman if I don't. So this prevents him from just going through the crypto, using two abilities that target the face and then doomsday Aquaman to death. Really? He used Doomsday to take out the shield. That's a surprise. That is a big surprise. So what do we want to do here? We use Aquaman. It's Gorilla. Aquaman. And Ladama to get the +1 on Black Adam. In this case, traumatize is not good. Okay. So we got the Black Adam.
I'm doing what needs to be done.
I can't imagine a way he could have won from that point. So he lost that coin flip because he had to float resources in multiple turns. Got a turn 1 Riddler, it's always really good. one of the best turn 1 plays in the game. As always, when I mulligan, I'm looking for 4 bronze. Okay, that could be useful depending on what we draw. We'll see. That is surprising because it just dies immediately. So this protects both the Warlord and the Riddler by getting in the way of Harley attacking. Which is really the only reason that the Clayface play would make any sense at all, is if you just wanted 1 HP off the Riddler so we could maybe kill it with Harley. Okay, he's floating 2 resources. Would say he's in some trouble here.
Never stop fighting.
Okay. Well, traumatize. I think it's just double traumatize. Not too worried about the inefficiency of that because the Riddler continues to generate cards. It's brutal when you don't have an answer for the Riddler on turn 1. I think the win rate is probably very, very high when I play the Riddler on turn 1. Alright, I think we've gotten enough out of the Riddler. We can trade him in now. And we'll play Superman. Warlord. Tenth metal did not end up being useful at all.
Never stop fighting.
go ahead and trade in Warlord here. Use Steve Trevor. Oh, whoops, I could have ended the game if I charged Black Adam. I was thinking more long term. I was thinking I would use Aquaman hopefully to charge Black Adam, and that is what ended up happening, but I could have just ended the game directly with a charge on Black Adam. Opponents have not drawn very well so far. Both my opponents had to float resources in multiple turns. And I had the Riddler on turn 1, which makes the game pretty easy. So, no fault of my opponents. Looking for 4 bronze. Got the Riddler turn 1 again. And Crypto to protect him again. Traumatize is good in this spot. So we'll traumatize. Crypto. What's this? Poison Kiss? That's something I'll play when I run out of other things to play. Courage, unlikely to be useful. Say surprising play. Usually you would save that for the Joker turn. In this case it can just be killed very easily. Go strange and stop the Joker from going off. And let's go Scarecrow. We'll give an enemy recruit -1/-1 for each friendly recruit with 5 or more. Does Scarecrow not count anymore, or is that a bug again? Because I used it on Punch, and it used to count Scarecrow as one of the friendly recruits. It's probably still supposed to be the case, but it didn't happen because there's a lot of bugs in this patch. With the addition of the Batman Who Laughs, a lot of things were broken, which is one of the reasons why I haven't been playing as much, because the game just isn't that functional right now. Which may create a bit of a bad impression for players who are new to the game, and there will be a lot because the game was just released on Steam and the Epic Games Store. He doesn't want to attack the Riddler because they never do. They always want to go face, and the Riddler isn't in the way of face. He should have attacked the Riddler, in my opinion.
I will turn the tide.
Though I am going to do that for him. Because I need to take out Clayface while I can. Anyway, that Scarecrow bug was a pretty big deal. If it was a change that was intentionally made, it was not documented.
This Harley is all revved up.
So he needed to kill Bane there so I don't just trade him into Giganta. But it looks like this is a pretty dedicated face deck. I can give him Invincible. He knows this is in my hand as well because he gave that card to me. So we'll play Lex. Play Courage. Stop the Kite Man from killing Aquaman. And we can activate Black Adam next round. Oh, he did get the kill on Aquaman. That's okay. Now he's gonna continue going face because that's the life he knows. Oh, he killed Bane. I'm surprised. And attacked Luthor. I'm surprised by that as well. That's a big surprise. Can't attack with Black Adam this round.
I'm doing what
I do not want Ventriloquist getting any more hits off. Not worried about damage. I could have put 6 on the face, but with Black Adam activating, I just need to survive. And I also have Ladama, which is active now that I've played Wonder Woman and Lex. So I would say this game is over. But we'll see. That's a really good draw. He'll be able to put up a fight here.
This Harley is all revved up.
Not sure what he's thinking about. He's got to go trade, attack. Wonder if he's thinking trade, attack. Attack, maybe? Oh, he just wanted to go face. Okay, well that's even worse for him. I think. Is this an Arkham inmate? No. Okay. Sweet Ladama. Hope this isn't bugged. What? It is bugged. Why? What the heck, man? Well, that's incredibly frustrating because that changes the way I was going to play this. This game is not in a good state right now. Both the meta and the actual functionality of it. It's 50-50 chance I would just lose there because of that Ladama bug. So Scarecrow didn't kill something. And Ladama. I mean, I definitely played Wonder Woman and Lex Luthor. If you've played at least 2 other gold cards this game, KO all enemy recruits. Nope. Just says nope, not gonna do it. Scarecrow says nope, not gonna do it. And I lose. Okay. We'll see, but this might be my last DC Dual Force video for a while. Because the game is just not in a very playable state right now. Couldn't play a Batman Who Laughs deck because I encountered a bug where every time I pressed end turn, it wouldn't end the turn until the rope went all the way down, which means I was unintentionally roping every round. This deck apparently is not playable because multiple cards in it are just non-functional if they feel like it. That should definitely have been a win, and that would have been a win streak win as well. But the cards just didn't work for no apparent reason. There's no way the game should have been released on the Steam store or Epic Games Store on this particular patch. This is the least functional patch that I've seen in the game. I'm not going to play Strange here. We'll float the resource and then play Strange Crypto next round. Could be Strange Superman robot. Alright, so let's go Lobo after Aquaman.
I will turn the tide.
Need to go through Jimmy Olsen as well. It used to be that if an enemy attacked Lobo and KO'd himself, that would count to drawing cards. Since the latest patch, though, that hasn't been functioning. We'll see if it functions in this game. Your guess is as good as mine. Oh, that is surprising. Okay. My guess is with the impending release of the game on the Epic Games Store and Steam, they did not have the time to look at the bugs with the new hero. And my advice would have been to either don't put the new mini set in the game yet until you can do both look at the bugs and release the game on the Epic Games Store, or delay the release of the game on the Epic Games Store and Steam, because you don't want the first impression for new players to be playing cards that don't work. That is disastrous. Especially if they've spent money on it.
Grant us their favor.
Okay, so we got Deimos, we got Crypto.
I still have a few tricks up my sleeve.
Okay, so the Deimos Crypto still does the job of protecting Black Adam. Or not Black Adam, but Aquaman, which was his original target.
May the gods grant us their favor.
Wait, does the damage... Oh, the damage did heal. Okay, it's just a visual bug.
Tricks up my sleeve.
he's back to face. That's a terrible draw because I have to float 2 silver resources this round. Please go there. Okay. We'll take this out. Take that out. And we have Superman and Lex Luthor. We should be able to stabilize. May need to play Lex first if I want him to be a 5 attack, depending on what we draw next round. Can't count on Ladama functioning. We'll see, but doesn't look good right now. Okay, it looks like Lex Luthor and then Traumatize. On Robin. He may be able to kill Aquaman here, we'll see. No, he definitely can kill Aquaman here. No doubt about that.
May the gods grant us their favor.
I still have a few tricks up my sleeve.
He could kill Lex Luthor if he chooses. Be interesting to see what he does. Usually you have to take out the bigger HP target when you have the chance or it'll bite you. It's hard not to kill Aquaman though when you can. And he does have Batman to help deal with Lex Luthor next round. I really hope Ladama functions or we may lose this game. That's my second gold card. Gonna use Kong Keenan now because he's got the shield on Superman. Frankenstein next round. Along with Ladama, and if Ladama works, we'll probably just win the game. If Ladama doesn't work, it's supposed to, because we've played at least 2 other cards, gold cards this game, Superman and Lex Luthor. But it didn't work last game with Lex Luthor and Wonder Woman. So it could be because a hero's dead, that could be the nature of the bug. It's not supposed to do that, but that could be the nature of the bug.
May the gods grant us their favor.
He's got to go Robin and Batman there. And he can't take out Lex Luthor, which is why I would make the case for having done it last round when he could have. Usually if you don't do it when you can, you don't get the chance again. Pop the aura. There's still a shield in the way. Doesn't have a gold card to play? Or is he lagging or something? Well, moment of truth. Nope, didn't function.
I'm doing what needs to be done.
Batman can just ambush this now. It's 2 games I'm gonna lose because of a bug.
May the gods grant us their favor. May the gods grant us their favor.
He's embellishing his victory after having won because of a bug. That's funny. Alright, yeah. I mean, what can you say? So we can add this to the list of decks that don't function in the new patch. The other one being Batman and Batman Who Lives. I think I'm going to switch to Zatanna, Lex Luthor. I think this deck does function, so there's no point to playing anymore Aquaman and Black Adam, even though I would have won every game in this video so far if Ladama had been working, and or Scarecrow. Should have been win streak wins too. Would have gotten pretty close to top tier, world's finest tier. What can you do? I think in this spot we'll play Nissa turn 1. Okay, well, we'll go Skeets, go Strange, that's all we can do. Interesting, he didn't want to use Poison Ivy. Let's see if Ladama works in this deck. As far as I know, it is working in this one. Sure, plus 5 HP. We'll save that for potential synergy with Constantine or something like that.
I've got a lot more than rabbits in this one. Time to start branching out.
Let's see. Well, this is a god-awful hand. One of the worst. Well, Geomantic Nissa. Keep her around. Got Dark Side. Got Morgan Le Fay. That may be the play with the Zatanna spell. We'll see what we get. Darkseid could take out the Savage Vine slot.
Time to start branching out.
But I may want the plus HP to counter the Savage Vines. We'll see. See what the spell is.
I've got a lot more than rabbits in this one.
Nurgle is really good. And I think it's actually just going to be Nurgle. I don't know. Maybe it should be Darkseid. Well, I can't Darkseid this round. So yeah, it's just going to be Nurgle. It's just Nurgle. We'll Darkseid whatever he plays this round. Probably play Morgan Le Fay after that.
I've got a lot more than rabbits in this one.
Got his own Nurgle. And Morgan. We'll have to Darkseid the Morgan. And we may have to Lex Luthor the Nurgle. Or we could do it vice versa if we want to delete the spot in front of Zatanna. Let's probably better. We'll Lex Luthor the Morgan. We'll Darkseid the Nurgle.
Time for a hostile takeover.
Next turn it'll be Morgan, Constantine, Zatanna spell, hopefully something free. Okay, that's arguably the same, probably.
Time to start branching out.
Looking for something free.
I've got a lot more than rabbits in this house.
Didn't find it. But we can still go Morgan and Smoke and Mirrors the Shazam, which is pretty devastating in its own right.
I've got a lot more than rabbits in this house.
Giving the leaders aura is what I was looking for. I would have even chosen that over Smoke and Mirrors. Both for defense, because him burning is the only way I could lose with like a Zatanna or something. Both for defense and for Constantine synergy. No luck, but Smoke and Mirrors was still pretty good. It's not really the target he was hoping for. I don't really know what he does now. He's gotta kill Skeets at least. Don't think he doesn't attack Shazam though. He would just respawn at the beginning of my turn. So I don't think he uses his other attack. Let's see if Ladama functions in this game. He did. Okay. But he just comes back. Better than ever. Just want to test if it works in this game. Okay. It did, so it's that specific hero combination that's the problem from the last game. And maybe even situational. It could be like because it was one of the heroes was dead or something like that. I think the Batman Who Laughs glitch that I encountered was specific to that hero combination, and so the bug with Zatanna not working and also Scarecrow not working is probably specific to that hero combination. This deck is fun and it seems functional. The Culling is a rare silver card that I will keep, generally. If I was going first, I probably wouldn't, because I'd be playing the Riddler turn 1, and I'd be reasonably certain he would live, and I wouldn't want to Culling him. If I'd known my opponent was only going to play Utility Belt, I would not have kept the Culling. And of course, I'd known if I'd known I was going to draw another one, I wouldn't have kept it. We'll use Deimos in this spot. Along with Choi. And we'll go ahead and use Zatanna as well. Looking for Charge a Leader. I think we'll go with Hex. Probably should have protected Riddler with Red Tornado, but I wanted to prioritize the HP on Lex Luthor. And after you've drawn like 3 or 4 cards with the Riddler, I think it's okay to let him go. And prioritize the heroes. That's useless. Okay, so Riddler was dead in any case.
You don't stand a chance.
So, light Batgirl, that's no problem. see what we get here.
I've got a lot more than rabbits in this house.
We'll go Parasite. Culling. I would sacrifice Fusili if I didn't have Nissa in hand. She's a really good card to sacrifice. I just needed my resources this round to deal with Deadshot right away. But I'll probably sacrifice Nissa next round. He'll go face most likely. But Zatanna can die, that's okay. As long as Lex doesn't, we will win. Oh, interesting. He traded. Well, that card's too good not to use right now, so I'm gonna do that. And we'll bring the pain. And I'm gonna sacrifice Fusili now, or else he would just die to Joker hero power next round.
Time for a hostile takeover.
We got Morgan plus Amethyst plus Zatanna spell next round. Devastating. This deck is really good right now. It's my favorite of the ones that I've tried in the new patch. Give me a free one, please.
I've got a lot more than rabbits in this house.
No, why? It's frustrating. Well, Morgan cannot get the kill now. Oh wait, yes I can. So he can't activate Black Manta again. And I'm just gonna Lex the Black Manta now.
Hostile takeover.
I got enough cards in hand. Would have liked the extra HP from another magic spell, but that's alright. I have played 2 gold cards, so the Dama should function. But I also have Chronokinesis. Nope. Oh, okay. It did work. Okay, that's going to do it for this session. Pretty disappointing for the Aquaman Black Adam deck, not because it didn't do well. It would have gone 5-0 if all the cards were working the way that it was supposed to, but Unfortunately, bugs are making the deck unplayable at the moment, but Zatanna Lex Luthor remains as good as ever. So that's going to do it for now, and thank you for watching.